Welcome to OState Daily. Casey Porter here. So glad that you decided to tune in, fans. Today we have a very, very, very special guest. Very special for Oklahoma State baseball because he's a great left-hander. Even more special to me because he grew up in Stillwater. I know all of his family. Been knowing him for, well, I don't want to give away my age, but I've been knowing my whole life, right? So Drew Blake, left-handed reliever in the Oklahoma State baseball system, joins OState Daily. Drew, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to it.
Okay, man, I just mentioned a minute ago, your mom, Jennifer, your dad, Randy, both graduated from Stillwater High. You graduated from Stillwater High. I grew up with your uncle Ryan, who's still an AD in the Stillwater system. Mm-hmm. We were the same age. Your uncle Kevin was a all Big 8 safety at OSU back in the late 80s, early 90s. Mm-hmm. Talk about what it means for you to have the Blake name and have to hold up to that.
I mean, it means the world. My family, they're, like you said, Stillwater born and raised, Oklahoma people. So, I mean, it's an honor to get to be here at OSU. Kind of, you know, everyone here that I've known has gone here and had success here, and sports or academics or anything like that. So, I mean, it's a big honor to get to, you know, carry that on and just continue that for my family and, you know, represent them. You know, they're my favorite people in the world. Respect them the most, and you know, it's cool that I get to be here and do this. So.
You ever draw on their wisdom?
I mean, a little bit. Maybe not so much with baseball. They like to, you know, stay out of it. Just kind of let me do my thing. They're my biggest supporters, which has been great. But I mean, yeah, I'm chatting with them about every single day, going home, seeing them, and yeah, they're great. So.
Your uncle Ryan was a big-time second baseman, by the way.
I
can testify to that firsthand. So, okay, Isaac Stebbins, you played with him at Stillwater High School, then you played with him here at OSU. He's playing pro ball now, so I'd assume you guys have a great relationship?
Oh, yeah. Isaac's great. Just had a chance to go to his wedding a couple months ago. Got to see him get married, which is sick. I've been you know, growing up with him, known him basically my whole life, and you know, I don't really think either of us thought that we'd ever get the chance to play together here at OSU, like in the situation that we were in, and kind of both getting to pitch in the same situations, kind of, I wouldn't say duo, but we'd pretty much pitch on the same days or whatever. So I mean, that was just cool. You know, that was a great year. It's, you know, he's a great guy. He's doing great. He's tearing it up right now. So
yeah, you guys had tremendous success at Stillwater High.
We did.
You had tremendous success here. You were left-handed, he was right-handed. You guys ever get in that competition, like who's better, that type of deal? Feed off each other?
I mean, a little bit for sure. There was some competition. I mean, just, you know, going through that all together and knowing each other so well. So yeah, we definitely feed off each other a little bit. But at the same time, he was, you know, great supporter, and you know, I still chat with him pretty regularly and stuff. So yeah.
So let's get into something a little bit more serious. COVID-19. Your dad, Randy, almost died. Two lung transplants. I mean, there were several different times to where, I mean, I can't tell you how many times that the news wasn't good when we got it on him. We were all praying for him, no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. Take us through that moment, what that was like for you, and what it's like seeing him now.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it was definitely a very, very difficult moment. We thought we were going to probably lose him a couple different times. I mean, yeah, it was rough on the family. You know, my sisters, they were pretty young at the time. We had to fly them out to Phoenix, where they kind of do part-time now a little bit. So, yeah, I was at home watching my sisters, taking care of them. It was difficult in the moment, but, I mean, they've got a great support system, like just kind of like how we were talking about with being from Stillwater and Oklahoma and just having so many valuable connections around here. So many people stepped up, helped my family. We had a bunch of people to, you know, lean on to, and they got us through it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm super thankful for, you know, everyone who helped out and stuff like that. But on the flip side, you know, that he's doing great now. He's back to working. He's in good shape. He's
firefighter still?
He's not. He had to retire.
Okay.
He's still got some movement. I mean, he couldn't go do that type of stuff. So he does a bunch of stuff around Stillwater. Gets to hang out with my mom. Come to all the games and stuff. So he's loving life right now. He's doing great. So it's turned out great.
Absolutely. So you're recruited by LSU and OU. And so, did you ever consider those two, or was it always OSU?
I think in the back of my mind it was always OSU.
Yeah.
Like, obviously it's, you know, it's cool whenever you're in high school and big schools are calling you or whatever. And I was just waiting. I had to wait. Josh wouldn't offer me for the longest time. Still give him crap about it. But
he had an ace in the hole. He knew that.
Yeah. So he played the long game with me for a while. So I had to kind of step in there and tell him the other schools were offering to make him give me an offer. So. I mean, I wanted to come here. It was an easy decision. I wasn't really looking at anywhere else. I mean, unless something crazy happened. I knew I wanted to be here, and that was kind of end of story.
Is your head coach being from Stillwater and obviously OSU, does that play a factor in anything, or does that matter?
I wouldn't say the location, but I've my parents are friends with Josh.
Yeah.
They grew up together, so I mean, there's like that. I know that Josh is a good guy. He's got good intentions. He's going to look out for us, and so like having a little bit more of like a personal relationship already definitely, I mean, made it easy to want to come here because just I knew I had someone I could trust.
Yeah.
Someone who had my best intentions in mind, and also had kind of been in my shoes back in the day, and kind of knew what I was going through. So.
Yeah.
It's, kind of helpful to have that sort of experience.
So 2022, your red shirt, and that first year of college is like eye-opening, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sure you made a million adjustments. You had time to do it. Can you take us through all the changes you made that year, your red shirt year 2022?
Yeah, so I want to say I added on like 10, 15 pounds. I was a little skinny, scrawny. I mean, yeah, it's tough, especially if if you remember our team. We had a pretty loaded pitching staff, a bunch of dudes are probably going to pitch in the big leagues this year or be really, really close to doing that. So, I mean, it's just, yeah, like you said, it's a whole new world. Came in, was just a little bit underdeveloped. Maybe mentality wasn't quite in the right place, And so a lot of it came down to like my strength work. I got really strong, got bigger, threw a lot of bullpens, still worked with Rob every day, and we just started to, make adjustments, and some kids just need that extra year of development, just with how it goes. So I was one of those kids that needed that extra year and ended up paying off really well because I was able to make a bunch of adjustments, mostly with my strength and then just mentality and just kind of overall getting a feel for the system and how everything works.
So let's fast forward to 2023. You get your first win in an Oklahoma State uniform against Missouri. Being a hometown boy, all that, I see the smile on your face, and I'm sure every time you think of it, it brings that smile. So take us to that moment.
I mean, yeah, that was just a fun moment. I felt like that was a lot of hard work right there that had paid off over the course of a year that hadn't been super rewarding or great. Kind of just had to, it was exciting because I hadn't really had much success in college up to that point, and then finally got to go out there and have some success. So that was huge, and that's a pretty cool memory that I get to look back on against a good team. So yeah, that was exciting for sure.
So last year you have Tommy Molsky, you got Robert Kranz, you got all these guys. You get to be just kind of a good bullpen. This year you come in, you have all these new faces. Now you're the guy who's been here forever. Was that kind of a weird role for you?
It was, yeah, it was different. Like you said, obviously you got like a bunch of experience coming with dudes that come from other D1 colleges, and they're older. They've all pitched a bunch, so there's like just a lot more. Everyone kind of knows the system, everything like that. And not to say we don't have a talented staff this year. I think we've got a really talented staff, but it's definitely a different dynamic. We've got a bunch of young guys who can really throw the ball, but it's their first time. They're still kind of getting in the swing of things, getting everything rolling, which is okay. But yeah, it's a different dynamic because last year I didn't really have to step up in that like leadership-ish role as much for where I'm kind of having to right now. So I mean, it's exciting. It's a good place to be. It's where you want to be, and yeah, I'm just glad I'm here, get to be in that opportunity. Hopefully, helping out these younger guys a little bit, showing them a little bit of experience and everything. So
can you take us through your pitch mix right now, where that's at?
Yeah, so pitch mix is mostly two-seam cutter. I'm pretty much sticking to that. I'll mix in a changeup or curveball. I've got the 4-pitch mix, but I'm probably throwing those maybe 10% of the time.
It's kind of lateral both ways?
Yeah, so trying to go away with the cutter to lefties or back foot it with the cutter with the lefties, and then fastballs away. Nothing too crazy or complicated,
Yeah.
Don't have a crazy plan. It's just pretty simple approach for me right now.
So throughout your last 4 outings have been scoreless. I've mentioned it several different times. No doubt in my mind, this is the best you've ever thrown in your college career. But I will say this, you should have had better results than you've had this year. The results haven't always shown just how well you're throwing. So how do you separate those two?
I think a lot of that just has to come down to like knowing yourself, and I mean the results they're great and it's cool to look at and everything, but what we're looking for is just trying to get better every day. So like there's been times where I've gone out there, I've made some bad pitches and dudes don't hit it, and then other times I go out there and I feel like my stuff's electric and no one should hit me, and maybe I get bloop single or something. It's just like that's just how the game works. You just gotta not look too deep into the results and be more just focused on.
Okay, so if I were to ask you, what things do you think you're doing the best right now, and what things do you think you need to work on the most? What would you say?
I would say I'm commanding the ball better than I ever have in my career. I've got what I think is a true out pitch with my cutter. I've had pretty insane swing and miss results on that. I would say some things to work on would just be keeping the ball down in the zone. That's my biggest cue right now because anytime I've gotten beaten, it's been a ball that I've left kind of over the middle or up in the zone, and my whole key to success is kind of working down in the zone. So that's kind of what my biggest focus right now, I would say.
Okay, Drew, you got any final thoughts about your career here at OSU or this team or anything moving forward for this year?
I like where our team's at right now. Obviously, we've had a little bit of a rough stretch, but I think that we're just continuing to get better every day, and I really like the direction where we're going. I think we got a good staff and everything. So that's about it. Thanks for having me. Appreciate you taking the time to come to Stillwater and stuff.
I certainly appreciate you joining. Drew Blake, left-handed reliever in the OSU baseball system. Thank you so much.
Sir.